Every person who loves track and field knows that the Paris Olympics is coming very soon and in just a few weeks. The whole world will get to watch one of the biggest sports competitions ever. With that being said, athletes from everywhere around the world have been practicing really hard, pushed way beyond what they thought they could do, and now they will either do great or not so great. When everyone is watching, while many athletes have already earned their spots on the Olympics team, others are hoping to do well in the next few days. However, since the U.S. Olympics, tryouts have started. We've seen some of the best running from both the men and women's races. This is not just any regular contest. It is a test where only the strongest runners will win. For some people, just getting to run in the tryouts is enough, but for others, anything less than winning will make them really sad. And now everyone is super excited about America's top runners, including Gabby Thomas, Sha'Carri Richardson, and Abby Steiner. Just recently, something really surprising happened in the women's 200-meter race. For some background, this big race is actually one of the most watched in the past few hours, so keep watching because there is even much more cool stuff to learn about in this exciting event. So far, so good. We have seen the good, the bad, and the not so good in the U.S. Olympic tryouts. Just a few days ago, Richardson was amazing in the 100-meter race, winning with a time of 10:71 seconds in the first round. Davis, now Sha'Carri starts to speed up as she goes past. Jefferson, Sha'Carri Richardson, amazing, right? But then who would have thought that Gabby Thomas would run so well in the recent 200-meter race? The bronze medal winner from Tokyo did what nobody expected, especially since, she had to race against the best runners in track and field. Day 8 of the 2024 track and field Olympic tryouts ended Friday night, with the main events being the 200-meter practice races and the 110-meter men's hurdles final before the event. The complete list of runners in the 200-meter race included Gabby Thomas, Abby Steiner, Sha'Carri Richardson, and a whole lot of other U.S. stars. And I must say, this was way more than just a tough race going into the race. Everyone thought Richardson would win because she wanted to get a spot in the 200-meter race. On the other hand, we've got Abby Steiner, who really was hoping to show everyone how good she is in the race. And then there's Gabby Thomas, who's been doing her very best to get noticed. Luckily for her, she did get noticed in the 2024 final U.S. Championships tryouts. The Tokyo silver medal winner, Isali, made it through with the top time of 21:78 seconds at 27 years old. Gabby Thomas is at her best and has been America's top runner in the 200 meters. She showed why she is the USA's best chance against the Jamaican runners, especially Sha'Carri Jackson, who is the only woman besides Florence Griffith Joyner to run the 200 meters in under 50 seconds, posting a 21.41 in the 2023 World Championships. Meanwhile, Thomas has her personal best time in the 200-meter race is 21.6 seconds, which she ran at the 2023 USA Outdoor Championships, almost breaking the world record of 21.34. It's pretty funny how much work she had to put into the race. Remember that? Just a few weeks ago, Gabby Thomas surprised everyone after dropping out of the 400-meter race so she could run in the 200. She said that deciding to quit the 400-meter was hard, but it made her even more determined after sitting out the first half of the tryouts. And since the fast runner focused all her energy on getting the spot in the 200-meter event, her hard work paid off really well. But remember, this will be instead of running in the 400-meter race just a few days ago. The 27-year-old said she wanted to try for both events at the U.S. team tryouts, but things that happened later crushed her dreams. She was forced to pick between the 200 and 400 meter after the schedule for tryouts was released. However, it's pretty silly because just 2 months ago, Gabby helped Team USA win gold in 2 events with an awesome performance at the Bahamas here. Poland get the silver medal ahead of Canada. Many people expected she would be asked by the USA track and field team to join the women's relay team for Paris, but now that seems unlikely while she will be dropping out of the 400-meter event, her recent success in the 4x 100-meter and 4x 400-meter races at the World Relays gives some hope that she could still make a difference. Unfortunately, we don't always get what we want, right, on the good side. It's nice seeing Gabby on the Olympics maybe list as the games quickly approach. You would think Gabby Thomas is totally focused on training. However, she doesn't spend all her time on the track. And even though she's been working toward her goal as an Olympic hopeful, she hasn't given up her love for helping others. Not only is she fast and smart, she's also a very nice person despite spending about 6 hours a day training. She spends her evenings helping out at a healthcare clinic in Austin to help people without health insurance. In a recent interview with Olympics, she said also giving back to the community in that way. And so I found the volunteer healthcare clinic here in Austin, Texas, where I spend a lot of my time. And I know you might wonder, isn't she tired? Well, Thomas, it's all about balance. Keeping busy is just how she likes it, and everyone loves her for that. Now more than ever, fans are starting to pick sides between Gabby Thomas and Sha'Carri Richardson. Both looked really strong in their practice races, and remember, they earned the silver and bronze medals in last year's World Finals. Actually, throughout their careers, they have raced against each other on 5 different times, with Gabby Thomas winning every single time. She even beat Sha'Carri Richardson in the recent 200-meter U.S. Olympic tryouts. However, we need to know that Sha'Carri had already won 6 races in a row leading up to Saturday, but she had trouble in the final 20 meters. A bad start, possibly affected by the yellow card she got for a lane rule break in the practice races, made it hard for her to catch up in the long run. She seemed to slow down towards the end of the race with a time of 22:16 seconds while coming fourth in the race. This means we won't be seeing Sha'Carri in the upcoming 200-meter Olympics. That's one less competitor for Gabby Thomas. Now, her biggest challenge in Paris will most likely come from Jamaican Sha'Carri Jackson, who ran 21:41 at last year's World Championships, the second fastest time in history. Jackson is the current world champion in the 200-meter, having won against both Thomas and Richardson in Budapest last August. And just so you know, Jackson won her first round at Jamaica Nationals on Saturday. On the other hand, the race won't just be a big showdown between Gabby Thomas and Sha'Carri Jackson. There is also Long, who finished third in the 200 final here, earning her spot for the Paris Olympics in her best event. She managed to cross the finish line in 91 seconds, right behind Gabby Thomas and Brittany Brown. Unfortunately, Abby Steiner won't be running since she failed to earn her spot for the Olympics after ending the race in 6th place with a time of 22.29 seconds. Meanwhile, there is still a lot to be excited about. We could possibly be seeing Gabby Thomas making history with a 200-meter gold, whatever happens, whoever wins in the Olympics. One thing is for sure, we're definitely going to have a great time watching. With that being said, who are you cheering for in the upcoming Olympics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. And as you already know, do well to drop a like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.